Hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com, minus a few technical difficulties. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. Tonight we are doing part 2 of the Great Big Card Swap Showcase for August. Are you guys taking part in this? This has been so much fun, and I have to say it's gotten so much bigger than I ever imagined, and we're only 3 months in. This is the 3rd month for the Great Big Card Swap, and if you're not familiar, this is how it works. You send in a card, I show you all the cards, and then I mix them up and send them back. So you send a card and you get a card. It's so much fun. I love that I get to share with you each of the cards that I've received because they are amazing. You guys are so talented. And I know it's fun to get one card in the mail, but I also know it's fun to see all the cards that people sent in. And so I'm so excited to share with you. I was doing some last minute card organizing, and I didn't get a chance to count. So I'm not sure exactly how many cards are in here. Now, can you guys let me know, is it horizontal today? Are we lined up the way we should be? If it's not, please let me know before we get too far into this video so I can make sure that we fix it. So let me know. Give me a thumbs up or a heart if you're watching and everything looks good. I'm going to jump right in. Hello, everybody. Hi, Jenny and Janice and Bonnie. Kay, thank you so much for sharing. Hi, Tony and Joanne. I'm so excited you guys are watching because I have so many of your cards here to share with you tonight. So now if you have sent a card and I didn't receive it, do not worry because I will just share it and swap it in the next video. And we've got so many cards that we're going to now do 2 showcases every month. And honestly, I'm worried we might need to turn this into a weekly video in order to keep up with them all. So the very first showcase, I know it's hard to see. For September, the theme is fall or autumn. The first showcase is going to be Tuesday, September 14th, and the second showcase is going to be Tuesday, September 28th. That is right. We are going to change from Thursdays to Tuesdays so that we can still share regular projects like we do on Thursday night. So swap showcases will now be on Tuesdays, and at this point we're going to do 2 every month, and maybe we'll switch to every week. We'll see. So if you, like I said, if you send a card and I get it by the first date, I'll show it in the first video. If you send a card by the second date, I'll show it in the second video. And all the cards for September are the same theme, which is fall or autumn. The theme for October, I really appreciated all of your ideas, and it was really hard to pick, but I love the idea of doing thank you cards or thankful. This could include like friendship. If you're thankful or grateful for someone, you can have a card of friendship. So I think thank yous, thankful, grateful, any kind of gratitude sort of theme card is going to be awesome. So that'll be the theme for October. You can start sending those cards ahead of time. Just make sure to mark them so I know to hold them for October. Otherwise, if it's not marked at all, I will assume that it's for the current month. We did get a little belated card. I want to share that first. This one's from Cindy Leskill, and it was a birthday card, which was the theme for July, and so she sent that a little late. Cindy, thank you so much for that fun card. I love the different colors on the stamp, especially the large one with the words. It just looks so fun and exciting. Okay, are you guys ready to dig in to all these cards? I tried to organize by paper, but you guys used a lot of different paper. So there's a lot of just mishmash, and there's a few cards that are together. And I don't, besides the paper, they're not really organized in any fashion. I have to tell you this first. I am so sad about this. Okay, Jay Morgan, if you're watching, I received your envelope. However, it was empty. There was nothing inside, and it was just like this. It was closed, but it apparently was not sealed well enough because whatever was inside came out. And so I did not receive what was inside the envelope. And I hate that. I feel so terrible. So I just wanted to let you know that I did receive your envelope. However, nothing was inside, so I have no idea what you sent. I will send you a little card. to to make up for not being able to get one of these cards. So I'll send you a little something. Jay, I'm not even sure what Jay's first name is. So, okay, let's dig right in. I feel like there's just so many. It's gonna take us a while. So pour yourself a cup of something warm. I guess it's summer. It's like really hot. Pour yourself a cup of something cold. Sit back and relax. I hope that you are so inspired by these cards. This first one is by Mercy. Mercy Designs. Her last name Ermakoff, if I'm saying that right, Mercy. And oh my gosh, I met Mercy at On Stage in Lansing the last time Stampin' Up! Had an in-person event, and I'm so excited that she sent some cards for this swap. This card she sent for me. How lucky am I? This is using the Give It a Whirl dies and that new hat die, and so I am so excited about this. Look how fun this is to have a different hat, and you can just turn that. I still have to play with these Give It a Whirl dies, so I'm loving this inspiration and cannot wait to play. Mercy, thank you so much for that awesome card. Okay, this one I'm super excited about too. Check out this envelope. Oh my gosh, my sister, which I've shared before, my sister Amy, she is really into this envelope art, and I just love it. And so June sent a card, and she sent a really awesome card too. So June says this is her very first card swap and her first attempt at envelope art and hand lettering. June, you nailed it. It is so amazing. It's so beautiful. I love the shading and the sponging, and the lettering looks amazing. I still have not tackled envelope art and lettering at that rate, so I was super excited to get your card. And needless to say, it did stand out among all the other white envelopes. So thank you so much, June. Gravit. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, and look at this. She sent a Tower Pinwheel card using some of the, oh gosh, I forget the name of this paper from the last annual catalog. Oh my God, it's so beautiful with all the little gold die cuts and details. Oh my goodness. June, thank you so much for this beautiful card for the Great Big Card Swap. Someone is going to get this awesome card, but I get to keep the envelope. Okay, next up we have, this Bloom Where You're Planted paper is my favorite, one of my favorites from the annual catalog. This one is by Sharon Meyer, and she used a piece of the paper and then added the simple tag with the thank you. Love the stamping, or no, that's not stamping, the cutting inside. She cut out the plant and added that. I always look for and love to see you guys stamp it on the inside. Here's a little Z-fold card using the Your Peach designer paper. A little bit of lattice there. I love that little touch. This one is by Mary King. Awesome card, Mary. Here's one by Carrie Koss using that hat stamp set from the new annual catalog and featuring fresh freesia. I love this beautiful color. Go team! Can you see the Wink of Stella on the hat brim? Oh my gosh, this is such a fun card. Oh, and it kind of like, I don't have this one, but it looks like you can kind of pop that up a little bit and make it look like it has a little more dimension. This awesome card comes from Kathy Bradley. She used that new stitched leaf die in the background, then designer paper behind the 4 blocks here. She says she's cased it from Stamptastic Designs, Lynn Dunn. So awesome, Kathy. Thank you so much for sending that in. How about this cute sheep? Oh my gosh, you're amazing. This one is by Devana Alderson. Am I saying that right? Alderson, yes. I had Shar Cooper was helping me get all your cards organized because I had 2 weeks of cards that I hadn't even opened yet. And so she helped me get all the name tags on them. So thank you so much, Shar, for your help earlier this week. This next one is by Yolanda Garza, and she's using some retired celebration paper from last year. I love this granny apple green, and it opens up like this. I still have got to try this fold. We've seen a couple cards with it, and I just think it's so much fun. Little granny apple green ribbon to hold it together. Yolanda, thank you so much for this awesome card. Next up, we have this card by Becky Barber, and she's used the Expressions in ink designer paper. And this, I love the look of this paper. I was just playing around with rubbing alcohol and Stampin' Blends marker on vellum to create this same kind of look, and like Claire and I were having so much fun. I'm going to have to share that with you in another video, but you can get that same look really easy by just using that designer paper. Have a beautiful day. This is a beautiful card. Thank you so much, Becky. Here's another one from Amber Hatfield, and she's used that same expressions in ink designer paper. Happy birthday. I love the accents of gold. So pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. And look at that stamping on the inside. Thank you so much, Amber. I love your cards. All right, this next one is from Doreen Sanders. And she's using the In the Wild designer paper with the hand-cut tiger there. And then on the inside, we've got a little designer paper accent. Here's another one using the same paper. This one's by Anne Hansen. In the Wild, friendship refreshes the soul. Friendships refresh the soul. That would be a good one for that grateful, thankful friendship theme in November. Anne Hansen, great card. Here's one using the Just Retired Well-Suited designer paper. This is so great for masculine cards. I'm so glad that I've got a little bit extra of this paper. You're awesome. Sabrina Bartels, thank you so much for sending this fun card. We've got sort of like a gatefold here that opens up vertically. And the die-cut bow tie is awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, here's one by Joanne Ha, and she has the cutest Halloween designer paper. And look at this! Oh my gosh! Because Char was helping me. I didn't see most of these cards. And so this is my first time seeing a lot of them. I love how this has like a little pop-up with those ghosts. This is just the cutest! Oh my gosh, Joanne, I love it. I love surprises inside. I know you guys too, as well. You are amazing. Look at this fun layout. I love the little triangles and the contrasting paper. You could cut that and then create more than one card there. This one is by Marcia Ecker. Beautiful colors, Calypso Coral and So Saffron, and then Crushed Curry for the darker yellow. Beautiful, and I love the placement of those sequins. That's so awesome. Here's another great layout to show off designer paper. I love this color blocking with the squares of flowers for every season paper. This one is by Pam D'Annunzio, and I thought she had something on the inside, but just a layered piece to write on. So awesome. This cardstock feels so good. I think this is that Whisper White. Makes such a difference to have nice cardstock for your card base. All right, this next one is by Susan Polinsky, and she's used the, oh gosh, what is this paper called? I wondered if she had it written inside, but that's okay. You don't have to write down your supplies. Some of you do, and that's fantastic, but I don't want to put any pressure on anyone to try to remember what paper they're using. Peony. It's the Peony paper from the last annual catalog. Awesome card. Here's one by Charlotte Nye Digger, and she's got this sort of like peekaboo. So it's the same paper. She cut it out of the front, but it's attached to the inside. So when you open it up, you kind of have this like 3D thing going on, and that pattern just continues on. Thank you for your kindness. This is such a great card. Oh, thank you so much, Charlotte. Oh, this one is using that, I think it's called True Love, the designer paper. Yep. True Love. This one is by Janice Torgerson, and she's colored the black and white paper. I love that you can customize black and white paper like that. Such a fun idea in a great way. We got a little Z-fold card going on here with the flower on the inside. Oh my gosh. There's a beautifully penned designer paper right now that's sort of black and white, really more like gray or white, but you can customize it in the same way and really make a pop of color, like this pop of gorgeous grape. Speaking of pop of color, look at this one. Oh my gosh, I love this little rope that has sort of the nautical effect. This card is by Amanda France, and using the High Tide stamp set and a little emboss resist. I love that kind of look there. So, what's the word I'm looking for? Nautical. I guess the word I was looking for is nautical. I have a thing for lighthouses, so that card makes me happy. All right, this is a fun one from Belinda Becerra, looking for pronunciation key. Oh no, puppies. I can't even hear myself when they bark like this. Hush. Oh my goodness. We have a walking path right behind our house, and so sometimes people walk by and they just go crazy. Okay, Belinda's card has a fun fold. Look at this. I think that this is a special die, and Stampin' Up! Used to have one, so this might be Stampin' Up's die or a different one, but you have sort of this like this flip design, and every time I open my mouth, the dogs bark. Love this happy birthday die on the front too, with the Butterfly Brilliance designer paper. Oh my gosh, the color combination there just makes me so happy. Oh, my puppies, be quiet over there. Go lay down. They just got in for a walk too. Oh my gosh, what is the name of this paper? I remember this paper. Cindy Egan created this card, and I'm trying to remember the name of this paper. Was it the Poppy Parade? Yes, the Poppy paper. Oh my gosh, I love these colors. Poppy Parade and then Rich Razzleberry are so gorgeous together. We've got 4 squares of designer paper, rectangles, and then the corners are folded down to highlight the sentiment in the center. Oh my gosh, Painted Poppies. Yes, Myrtle, that's right. Painted Poppies is the name of the designer paper. So beautiful. I love this simple design with the corners that fold up. Okay, this is only a fraction of the cards that we have to share. I just got to keep them organized so they don't fall off the table. All right, let's grab our next stack. These are all Christmas cards. These Christmas cards are using different designer paper, but I just grouped them together as Christmas cards. So let's just dig in. This is using that new Whimsy. Oh my gosh, the dogs are going to kill me tonight. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to just go close the curtains because they were not going to shut up. Okay, Whimsy and Wonder is the name of this designer paper, and I think we have a couple cards in here that use it. Let me pull them all out so we can show them together. These 3 are all the same paper, and those 2 are the same paper. Okay. All right, Whimsy and Wonder, Pink for Christmas. I don't know. I did not gag my dogs, you guys. I only closed the curtains so they couldn't see what was making them bark. I promise they're still alive and well. and hopefully laying down to settle down. Okay. Whimsy and Wonder, Pink for Christmas. What do you guys think? I think you either love it or hate it. Hate it. Pink for Christmas. I don't know. I'm kind of digging it, especially with the holographic like accents on this beautiful paper. And I don't know how well you can see the holographic snowflake, but it is so beautiful too. I love every detail about this card by Carol Hafner. Carol, this card is just gorgeous. We've got kind of a fun opening. So it's not the whole card. It just has a flap that opens up here. And I love the embossing and the designer paper. These colors are really pretty. We've got Blushing Bride and then Mint Macaron, I think, right? Yeah. Here's another one using that same designer paper by Amber Hatfield. And she has fussy cut all those presents to make a whole pile of presents. Oh my gosh, who would not love a whole pile of presents like this, especially beautiful presents that are so beautifully adorned. This is such a great card, Amber. Thank you so much for sending that in. Next card, using the same paper and a little bit of the Peaceful Cabin paper. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I love the highlighted words there with the Stampin' Blends. This one is by Carol Alanis, and thank you, Carol, for sending one for me too. Oh my gosh. I love it when you guys do that. It just tickles me and it makes me so happy when you send an extra card for me. Because honestly, when I look at these cards, I want to keep them all. It's so hard not to keep all the cards for myself. This one is by Tracy Taylor, and oh my gosh, Tracy. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Tracy, where are you from? Here we go. Canada, yes. I got a card from someone in France, I think. Maybe that was for September. It's for September. I got a card from somebody in France and I was just so excited. Oh my gosh. We've gotten several swappers from Canada, including Tracy with this awesome card. And I just love that international demonstrators are participating. So, not demonstrators, international stampers. You do not have to be a demonstrator to participate in the Great Big Card Swap. And you can live outside of the United States and participate in the Great Big Card Swap. How does it work? I have a PayPal button on my blog where you can purchase 3 international stamps so that we can send the card back to you, because when you are sending your card for the Great Big Card Swap, you want to make sure that you're including a return postage stamp so I can send the next card to you. So whatever card you get in return, you send a postage stamp and I take care of the envelopes and everything like that and mix them up and send them back. So someone is going to get this beautiful card. It's like got a double stand up. Do you see this? It's so much fun. It folds flat so it fits in a regular envelope, and then the front kind of folds down, and then there is like a full card there. So you've got room to write on the inside and extra designer paper. This is that sweet stocking designer paper. And oh my gosh, I just love all these cute little pets. Such a great card, Tracy. Thank you so much for sending that in. All right, this one is by Nina Rappeline. Oh, Nina, I still haven't mastered your last name yet. It has a little note here and says slide. Oh, slide the ribbon, I think. So let's take a look. I think. Slide the ribbon. It almost looked like it wasn't going to come off. And then open it up. Oh, this is that same fun fold. Yes, card fun fold from Lynn Dunn. Oh my gosh, I love it. And this designer paper with the snowflakes is the Peaceful Prince designer paper from the Celebration offering. And then the Bedazzling designer paper. Check out the dazzle on that. Oh my gosh. Wishing you Christmas cheer and magical moments that last all year. This card is so beautiful, Nina. Thank you so much for sending this in. You guys, I just want to keep all your cards. They're just all so gorgeous. I'm going to put this back in the plastic so it doesn't get caught up on the other cards for now. Oh, don't. Okay, next card uses the same designer paper. This one is by Laura Rately. I got your name right, Laura. Thank you so much for the little pronunciation key. This is using that same Peaceful Prince designer paper, and we've got the 3 panels, 1, 2, 3, that open on opposite sides. So you have this sort of like this cross gatefold that is just so much fun. I love it. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I love the color combination here. Real red, cherry cobbler, white, and crumb cake. So classic. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. Now we're going to switch gears and do a different color combination for Christmas. This is the Penguin Playmates designer paper. We've got circles made here using the layering circle dies, and we've got the penguin and all of his friends in those little circles. I love this card by Jill Pace. Let's see, we got circles on the inside too. Be cool, be chill, be merry. Oh my gosh. She says Amy Coenders did a card like this, and she had to duplicate it using those Penguin Playmates and Misty Moonlight for the card base. Oh, such a cute card. Here's another one by Becky Barber using the penguin, and he's having a little snowball fight, or at least getting ready for one. I love this igloo using the brick and mortar embossing folder with a little oval punch out to create the opening there to the igloo. Awesome card. Becky, thank you so much for sending that in. All right, next card. We're still doing Christmas over here. Happy, wonderful Christmas. This one is by Sharon LaCroix, and we got a little Christmas greeting on the inside. Love the simple panels, and the glitter is awesome. Is this glitter tape? I think so. Like it's almost like a foam, or it's a little thicker than tape. Really pretty. Almost like a faux ribbon. Beautiful. And then we've got the little gems on there for the holly. All right, different paper here, but we're still doing Christmas. This is the Tidings and Trimmings designer paper from the annual catalog. This is a 6x6 paper pack, and so much fun to mix and match with other sets for Christmas. Like this tree is from the Whimsy and Wonder bundle in the new mini catalog, but I love it paired with a traditional soft succulent and evening evergreen. This one is by Margie Vaselski. Did I say it right, Margie? Thank you for the pronunciation key. You guys, seriously, It's so stressful sometimes to try to pronounce your name, so I love it when you give me a little hint. Hopefully I got it right, Margie. Here's another one using the same designer paper. This is that arrow fold. I love this. I've been meaning to try it. I love how it is just so contrasting with the papers from the Tidings and Trimmings paper. Joy and Cheer. This beauty is by Kay Johnson, and she said this is her first time swapping too, so yay, Kay! I love it when you guys let me know and send a little note. It's so much fun to read about your stories. I love to hear when people are swapping for the first time or the second time. Like, it just makes me so happy that I can help facilitate that and be part of it. I love that you guys are sending cards in and sharing with each other. Here's a card by Amanda Hincamper, and she is using this great design with the panels, 1 by 3-inch designer paper pieces. There's 4 of them here, and then you can round it out with an embellishment in the front. May the miracle of Christmas fill your heart with joy. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Thank you, Amanda, for sending that in. Here is another fun card. Ooh, this one is really cool. This one is by Mo Stites, and she's using that same paper, but check this out when you open it up. We have a little, whoa! It's so fun! It's like this mini explosion. I feel like it's like gonna eat you. Thank you for swapping. I hope you find a use for this card. Merry Christmas in August. This is so awesome, Mo. Thank you so much for sharing that card. All right, we're going to pull out another stack from the box. Let's see what designer paper we have here. Oh my goodness. We have 3 cards that use four cards that use the Simply Elegant designer paper from the annual catalog. So this is one that is like black and ivory or vanilla, and then we've got like some silver, gold, and copper accents on some of these pieces. This first card is by Patricia Stewart, and she has hand cut the leaves to create this fun border. I love the pop of pink here, and then we got a little more of that designer paper on the inside. So awesome. Happy anniversary. My anniversary is coming up in October. Jim and I have been married 21 years, and I did think about doing weddings and anniversaries in October as the theme because of that, but I really am digging the friendship and the thankful theme. All right, this next card's so beautiful, is by Judy Levier, and oh my gosh, did you realize that the Simply Elegant paper had this amazing pattern? I have not used this paper very much yet, so I was thrilled to get Judy's card. I love this sort of like M fold, I've heard it called, because it like looks like an M like this, and it's all 5-inch or 5 1/4 by 12-inch, and then you just have the score lines to sort of have it collapse on itself. And then this one is hand cut and put on the label. Oh my gosh, so beautiful! Oh, here are some more cards. These are really inspiring me to play with this Simply Elegant designer paper. This one is by Tara Wolf, and it has a belly band. Love the embossing on here. Happy birthday. And then you pull it out, and it's kind of got this like, I don't know, like a diamond fold. I'm not sure what you call this. I love it. So this is a large piece of the designer paper cut into that fold. And here you can see the pattern right there that Patricia used. And then on the other side, we've got the gorgeous foil pattern. Oh, that is such a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Oh my gosh. You guys need to give a thumbs up or a heart when you see cards that you just love. So I know what you guys are digging. Check out this one. I love the color blocking here. This card is again by Tara Wolf. She's digging this paper. We got the cork over here, Simply Elegant, and then the painted texture embossing folder. I love the embossed flower there from that coordinating stamp set. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. This is such an awesome card, Tara. Thank you so much. Yeah, Alita says we should do that one. I'll try to write down the measurements or see if I can find some. Oh my gosh, check out these cards. These two are by Mercy Designs, and she's used that Hey Girlfriend set with the scallop contour background here. Isn't this so cute? I love the way that she's colored these girls. I think my girls would just love them. So cute. All right, one of my favorite papers in the annual catalog is Sweet Symmetry. I love the small designs and that it really can make a big impact. So these next 3 cards all use the Sweet Symmetry designer paper. This one is by Nancy Lestrange, and she's using the coordinating in. So one of them is Sweet Symmetry and one of them is In Symmetry. And I can't remember which is the paper and which is the stamp set, but just remember symmetry because they both are symmetry. Thanks so much. Love the stamping on the inside. Oh, awesome card, Nancy. Here's another one by Sharon Fainel. And this is fun. So the card base has a scallop using the basic border dies, and then this piece of designer paper that you can see both the inside and the outside. That's so much fun. Thank you. You make my heart happy. This is the same set of scallop contour dies. Such a great set, such a great card. Thank you so much for sharing that one. This one is by Tracy Reed, and this is her first time swapping, and she sent me an extra copy of her card. Yay! I love this technique with the strips of designer paper. These colors make me happy. Calypso Coral, Bumblebee, Night of Navy, Just Jade. I love everything about it. Your sweet friendship refreshes the soul. Okay, moving on to a different set of designer paper. This one is the You're a Peach or Sweet as a Peach. Again, I get them confused. I'm not sure which one's the paper and which is the stamp set. This is a fun card. We've got sort of like a panel in the front and then the embossed paper. That's really cool. And the patterns from the You're a Peach designer paper. This one is by Allison Monk. Allison, thanks for sending that awesome card. This piece is probably just right here and then turned the other way. So great use of cardstock and paper to make the most of your card. Here's another one. This one is by Ann Hansen using the You're a Peach designer paper. This is a really fun way to accent your card with some designer paper. A little 1.5 inch squares here, and then the ornate floral embossing folder. Love it, love it. Here's a fun one. I'm never sure what to call this card. I think I called it like a standing, I don't know, a standing accordion card or something, because it does stand up on its own like that, and it kind of folds out and has like, what do you call that? If you know the name for this card, please leave a comment and let me know. This one is by Sheila Hartman, and I love though that it folds up to fit in flat in an envelope. So we've got the stamped peach and the designer paper really brings it in. I love that paper on the side. Awesome card. Thank you so much, Sheila. Here's another one with the peach paper. Love this one by Crystal Wilson. And I love that she stamped on the inside. Thanks for being as sweet as a peach. Thank you, Crystal, for this awesome card. Love the different variation on the colors here. Standalone card. Thank you, Diana. Standalone card because it stands alone. That makes sense. I will definitely have to remember that. Okay, next 2 cards use the Beauty of the Earth designer paper. This one is by Anne Schillinger, and she did just the almost a full card front and then folded down the corner. And I love having the sentiment there with the little embellished flap here. It's just such a simple design, but has such a big impact. Oh my gosh, you guys, check out this beautiful card. I love the evergreen embossing folder back here and this strip of designer paper. And you are not going to believe who made this card. A very, very talented 11-year-old Kaylee. Oh my gosh, Kaylee, you did such an awesome job on this card. I'm so excited to get it. And seriously, I am blown away. I also have an 11-year-old daughter who loves to craft, so I will have her write you a little note to stick in the card that you get back. I hope that you enjoy the Happy Meal, Kaylee, and thank you so much for participating in the Great Big Card Swap. All right, next up we have some hand-pen designer paper cards, and this has been a super popular paper from the annual catalog. I think in our part 1 of the designer paper Great Big Card Swap, you guys had tons and tons, and this was probably the most used designer paper in part 1. And so I'm not surprised to get many more cards using this paper for part 2. Well, this first one is by Judy Howard, and she's using the basic border dies for the scallop border here that shows off the designer paper inside. Miles apart, but still in my heart. Oh, awesome card, Judy. Trust me, you're lovely. Oh, I love that sentiment. This card is by Kathy Cornea, and this is her first time swapping. shipping. Thank you so much, Kathy, for sending this awesome card. Little die cut leaves in the background with the sentiment. Really simple, but this paper is so gorgeous. You don't need to do a whole lot. Just show off the paper in a beautiful way. Hello there. Oh, this is another fun card that folds out. I love all the colors here. Highland Heather, So Saffron, Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron. This one is by Sheila Hartman. Thank you, Sheila, for sending that beautiful card. Oh my gosh, check out this one. This is by Brenda Davison, and she, I screwed up and I sent her own card back, and she still sent in another card. Thank you for not giving up on me, Brenda. I promise to send you someone else's card this time. This is a really fun design with the sort of fold over in the pocket, and then it has room for like a little note card inside. This is so much fun, and I just love the colors that you've brought out in the stamps there too. Brenda, thank you so much for participating in the great big card swap. Here's another one with the hand pen designer paper. This one is by Carmen Miyoshi. And let's take a look at this. She says, band pull up, hooked with Velcro. Let's see. Oh, I see. And this is hooked with Velcro, and then it pulls up as a gatefold card. May the goods you do come back to you. That's really cool. I love these cards that have a designer paper base, and then Carmen's added some cardstock inside to add some stability to it. Such a great idea, and this belly band is super fun. It's like a little belt. I love it. All right, next card. Ooh, look at this one. This one is by Cindy Peckett, and it has sort of a diagonal fold and opens up. She says, hope you enjoy. Hope this card will be a blessing to whoever receives it. Or as it maybe gets passed on. Yes, I love that. So the whole idea with the great big card swap, you want to make sure to put your notes, like Cindy did, on a Post-it or a loose note so that whoever gets the card that you created can then send it on to somebody else. So please keep blessing other people with your cards. Send them in, see them all, get one back, and pass it on and bless someone else. This is just a keep it going kind of swap. I love that we can share ideas and then bless others with our cards. Let's cheer you up. Here's a fun card. I love the little strips of coordinating designer paper. This one is by Beth Koheiser. I hope I said that right, Beth. And I love the little strip of designer paper on the inside too. Such a great card. I just love this paper. Oh, here's another beautiful card. This one is by Cynthia Taylor, and a little stamp on the inside. I love that she didn't forget to stamp inside. Some just simple card panels, and then that coordinating stamp set, the hand-penned floral. So beautiful. Ooh, here's another card. This one is by Amber Hatfield. Let's take it out of the plastic so we can open it up and take a look. Okay. This is, what's going on? Oh, it's one of these cards. It has a slide. Sorry, so I'm just getting so excited. It has a slide, and then it's a gatefold. Now, all this darkness, this is the paper rubbing off in the postal transit, right? So if you get a card like this, it's not because the person who made it gave you dirty cardstock. It was clean when they sent it to you. Sometimes that dark colored paper can rub off in transit. So that is naturally how it happens sometimes. If you've never received a card like that, sometimes that happens. So you want to be careful sometimes when you have white cardstock on the inside and colored paper, but I love the effect of it, and I think it's worth it. And this is super cool. This slider is 4 pieces of 3x3 designer paper. So we've got one in the front, not designer paper, cardstock. One in the front, one in the back, and then 2 that are folded in half. Let me see if I can open this. That are folded in half to create, I don't know how well you can see that. So they're kind of like little V's, or creates an X, so that it will slide onto the cardstock pieces. See if I can get that back in there. Oh, it's hard because I'm in camera. I'm going to put it this way. There we go. So it slides off and back on. Such a fun card. Oh my gosh, Amber, I love it. I'm going to slide your note inside there and put that on the background. Yay, handmade with love. Okay. An X-Wing fighter. I think there's a name for that card, but I can't remember. Maybe it's just like a slide card. I'm trying to catch up on your comments. Oh my gosh, I know, you guys are just so talented. So amazing. Okay, our next group of cards. I'm going to pull these out here. Okay, this next group is most of them, well, we have another group of a big designer paper, and then the rest of them are just sort of like random paper. So I tried to organize them and just kind of group them together. I think there are some fall cards in here. This one is so much fun. This one is, here it is, by Sama. Oh, Maja, I know you told me how to say your name and now I don't remember it. And you sent me two and said that I could pick one. And so I'm picking this one with the Blackberry Bliss card base because I think it just pops and it's so beautiful. But it's the same technique here. So what Maja did was take the strips of designer paper and glue them down onto copy paper. And then she cut them into rows and then staggered them to create the background. Isn't that really fun? I forgot the name of this technique. It's like, I think she might have put it in a note. Maybe her note was somewhere else. Bargello or Bargello. It's a quilting technique, I believe. Yes! Mary says a quilting card. It is so much fun. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. Maja, thank you so much for sending one for me as well. Next card, here's another one of those standalone cards. So we've got sort of these little wings that come out using the Butterfly Brilliance designer paper. This one is by Nan McNeil, and it stands up like that. You guys love this paper. There's several cards with this one. I don't think I grouped them together though. All right, next card, check out the squirrel. Oh my gosh, so cute. This one is by Anna Rabadou, and she used, it's the host paper, the Pattern Party. It's a black and white paper, and she's colored the leaves. I love the effect of having the different colors, like so pretty and just so perfect for fall. Anna, this card is just so beautiful. I love it. I love everything about it. I'm a fall person. I just love autumn. All right, this next card is by Jake Myers. She says she's very new to card making, not very good yet, but I think this card is awesome. Jake, you are so amazing. I'm so happy that you sent in a card. We've got so much glitter paper going on here, the white and the black. Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh, this card is fun with the die cuts too. So if you had not said that you are very new at card making, I certainly would not have guessed by this card. I think you're doing great, and I'm so excited that you sent in a card, Jake. Thank you so much. All right, this next one is by Melinda DeRuin, and she's using the tailored tag punch with this tropical paper. What is it called? Tropical Oasis? No, is that right? I think maybe Tropical Oasis. It's retired paper, but I just love it. It makes me want to go to Hawaii. We've got the tailored tag punch tiled, and then the sentiment, a little bit of embossed paper in there too. I'm so glad it's your birthday, so I can tell you how wonderful you are. You can send that to me for my birthday. Here's a card by Gail Anderson. This uses two of the celebration gifts from last year, not last year, but in the spring. So we've got the Oso Ombre designer paper, and then the stamp set, which the name now escapes me. But this technique is really cool. If you have this Oso Ombre paper at home, what she did here is she cut out the middle and then turned it around. And so like the dark normally would be down here and then stamped on it. And I love the effect of that. Like it just sort of has this great flow to the card. I think that Gail sent in another one. Yes. Here is another one with the same stamp set, same paper, different color, but the same technique of taking out the center and turning it. And I just think it has such an awesome flow. Like it's a really cool technique with this paper. So if you have the Oso Ombre designer paper, or a similar colored paper where you can turn that. That's an awesome technique. Thank you so much, Gail. Love the inside to Touch of Ink. That's the name of the stamp set. Now, these were both celebration gifts. So we have celebration going on right now, and there are new things that you can choose for free when you order $50 or more. So if you're interested in shopping and getting free celebration gifts, you can do that in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. check out this beautiful card. This one is the Fine Art Floral designer paper with the coordinating golden garden acetate. That, can you see how well it lines up? Like it's made to go over the design in the designer paper. This one's by Holly Roeder, and both of these papers were in the Occasions catalog, not the Occasions catalog, I'm sorry, the January through June catalog, formerly known as the Occasions catalog, that just retired. So those papers are not available right now, but perhaps you'll see it in the clearance rack sometime. Thinking of you, and then we've got more of that inside. So pretty. Holly, thank you so much for that beautiful card. Check out this cool card. This is a little corner tuck card, just like we showed last week in our Thursday night stamp therapy. I did this one with the beautifully penned designer paper. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to ask for the link and I can share it with you. This one is by Sue Wozniak, and she's using the beautiful, what is the name of that paper? Blackberry Beauty designer paper for this corner tuck card. Wishing you every little thing your heart desires and every big thing too. Oh my gosh, I love that sentiment. That is so awesome. Little matte dots here. Just such a fall card. So awesome. Thank you, Sue, for sending that in. Check out this one. This is also using some of that Blackberry Beauty designer paper. This card is by Carol Jacobson, and she's got some squares going on here. So these are just, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares of each type. And then she's just layered them underneath each other to create this pinwheel. Maybe there's a more... Is there a more proper quilting term for this pattern? I'm not that familiar with quilting, but I love the look of this card, and maybe I need to learn how to quilt. I love the card, the designer paper, and the glitter on the inside too. Carol, awesome card. This Bedazzling designer paper, not designer paper, Bedazzling paper is also one of the celebration gift options that you can get when you spend $50 or more during celebration. All right, next card. This one is by Robin Satterwhite, and also these crunched corners are just a byproduct of cards getting sent in the mail and getting squished. So if you get a card in the mail that has bent corners, I promise it's not because the person who made the card sent it that way. It's just the handling in the post office. Sometimes that happens, but that's okay. This is such a beautiful card, and no one's thinking about the corners. This is that great technique with the designer paper strips. I'm having brain fog today. There was another word that we were thinking about earlier. Wasn't there another card? I don't remember the name. Just like kind of a faux quilting technique. But this paper, the Harvest Meadow, is one of my favorite. It's from the July through December mini catalog. Little stamping on the inside, Robin. I love it so much. Same paper right here. This card is by Ruth Moore, using the die cuts from the Nature's Harvest. And the die cuts and then the designer paper. Sending healing thoughts, may nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Ruth, for sending in that awesome card. Now, both of those cards remind me that I just finished posting the PDF for my Nature's Harvest class. I sent out all the kits today. So if you ordered and paid for a kit already, it went in the mail today. And just before we went live, I got the PDF up on Etsy. So if you're interested in buying the PDF for the card kit, we are going to do this as a YouTube live class next Tuesday, August 31st. So you can tune in and watch. I'll be making all 5 of these cards during the class. So it's free to watch the class. And if you're interested in a card kit or the PDF to make your cards at home, then you can get them in either one of these addresses, tinyurl.com/OG2021 SOTM for stamp of the month, or OG2021 PDF. Deanna, I see that you're watching, and I have yours ready for porch pickup, so I'll get in touch with you sometime tomorrow, and we'll get it out to you. Yes. All the kits are in the mail. If you've paid for it, it's in the mail. So watch for that coming your way soon. Look at that, guys. We still have a few cards. We still have a few more cards. let's take another pile and keep going. Okay, so last time the hand penned was probably our most popular paper. This time it's the Pansy Petal paper. You guys loved this. This is from the annual catalog, and you guys really knocked it out of the park with these amazing cards. This first one is by Katie Marshall, and she's hand cut these pansies from the designer paper, and then this is from the paper as well. I was just trying to figure out where that bee came from, and it looks like she hand cut that from the paper as well. Little bedazzling strip of paper here, and I love the pansy inside. Here's another one with the pansy paper. This one is by Lynn Huntfors, and she's got a little note in there. And the panels on the front, soft succulent and evening evergreen. I love these greens together. Let's celebrate you. This is such a beautiful card to celebrate anyone in your life who's having a birthday or a special occasion. Next card is by Julie Wilson, and this is one of those never-ending cards. Remember, we shared one last time, and then I did a Halloween version during Thursday night stamp therapy. So if you haven't seen directions for this card, leave a comment, and I will I'll make sure to add the link so you can check it out. So here's how you open it. You start in, you know what? I'm not sure which way this card goes. Let's start here. And it opens kind of like a gatefold. And then you fold up and over. And it just keeps going because it's the card that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. So the card that never ends, the song really is the song that never ends. But this is the card that never ends, and I can't help but to sing it. Thank you for that fun card, Julie, and for making me sing again. All right, next card is by Terilyn Witt, and she's got, ooh, this is a Z-fold card, and I don't usually see it. Usually it's horizontal, but I really love it vertical. So happy for you. These colors make me happy. We've got the blackberry, and then the crushed curry, and the polished pink. This card is so colorful and so beautiful. Oh my gosh, Terilyn, I love it. Awesome job. Here's another one with these fun colors. Fresh freesia in there, bumblebee. This one is by Myrtle Thorne, and I love the little hand-cut pansy inside as well. Oh, this paper makes me happy. Do you guys like this paper? Yay, nay? Here is a tower card. This one is by Kimberly Barbish. And you've got a little panel to write on the background. I did a video like this as well. So if you haven't seen this one, then let me know and I'll link to the video. But I love just how we've got this frame of the flower paper. And this one kind of stands up like that on its own as well. So kind of a standalone tower card. So awesome. Kimberly, thank you for that beautiful card. Check out this one. This is really fun. So you start with a square of paper and then you cut on the diagonal from each corner to the middle, and then you fold it over to create the pinwheel. Isn't that cool? This Sending Hugs card comes from Carrie Koss. Thank you so much, Carrie, for sending that fun card. I haven't made a pinwheel card in a while, so now I'm inspired. I think I need to make one of those. Here's a fun card from Karen Fletcher. And Karen, thank you so much for sending me a card too. It just makes me so happy when you guys think of me and send me one, because I do just want to keep every single card. And so it's so fun when I actually get to. Thank you so much, Karen. Oh, here's another awesome card by Mercy, and she's using that hat. She's just killing this hat. I love the glitter bill on this. It's so much fun. Aloha. This makes me happy, and it makes me want to go back to Hawaii. Hope your day is fantabulistic. Such an awesome card, Mercy. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, next card is from Paulette Burke-Bigler. And, ooh, this is fun. We've got a designer paper sort of card base on a cardstock backing. And when you open it up, there's a pocket inside. Isn't that cool? So then you can have another card in here where you can write your little note. And Paulette's included her little note on loose paper. That is really fun. I love that little, and this looks like it is part of the same piece. I'm gonna have to write this down. So it's one piece of designer paper with this one cut and then folded over to make the pocket, and then the fold. That's really cool. All right, I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write myself a note. Oops, I just put a mark on me. Paulette's DSP pocket card. Do you guys make yourself notes? If I didn't, I would forget everything. I have notes all over my desk. All right, we're still going. There's still so many beautiful cards. This next one is by Cheryl Swanson, and this uses the True Love designer paper. I love the black and white. And we've got it paired here with some Pool Party and Pear Pizzazz. I love it. Great layout too for using designer paper. 3x3 on top, 1.5 by 3 inch on the bottom. This is another celebration designer paper, Flowers and Fields. This is one from the January, February. This one is by Margaret Burkett. And we've got this, I'm trying to see if this folds out. There it is. Yeah, I thought it folded out. So it folds out to sort of like this extended fold card with a piece of designer paper in the front and on the back. That's really cool. I love all the flowers and the hand-cut sentiment. That's so popular. I see everybody doing that. Here's another one. This is a fun fold one by Lisa Spacek, and it's a Z fold card, and then we've got the nested label die, which has a coordinating, I'm going to move this so you can see it, a coordinating nested label die underneath it. Thinking of you. This is such a beautiful card. This bird paper was some of my favorite. Yes. Oh my gosh. Love it. All right, next card. This is definitely retired paper as well. This is from another celebration from last year, I think. And I cannot remember the name of it, but it had this beautiful oil painting look to it. Literally, the Stampin' Up! Artist painted these beautiful images, and then they photographed it and made the paper out of it. So just gorgeous paper, and the colors are exquisite. Pretty Peacock, Blackberry Bliss, and then the, what is that, Melon Mambo, and Blushing Bride in there. Oh my gosh. There it is. Lily Impressions designer paper. This one is by Belinda Bosch. Thank you so much, Belinda, for that trip down memory lane. Know that today a friend is thinking of you. That's a really great sentiment. I love that. Oh, black and white makes such a powerful statement, doesn't it? This awesome card is by Janice Walsh, and we've got some like flip-flap going on here. I love the bold statement that this paper makes with the die-cut hello sentiment and the black stamps on the inside. Awesome card, Janice. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Here's another die-cut sentiment. Enjoy today. This card is by Jake Myers. This is her first time swapping, and she sent in more than one card. Jake, that's so awesome. And again, I would not know that you were new to stamping by looking at your card because it is amazing. You've got this die-cut sentiment with the embossed cardstock designer paper. There's so much going on here on this beautiful card. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with us. Inside, we've got another little piece of designer paper and embossed cardstock just to keep that design going on the inside. I know! Janice says, amazing cards. Seriously, there's not a bad card in the whole bunch. Whatever cards you get back, you guys are going to love it so much. Check out this one from Paula Schumann. We've got a belly band and then layers and layers of cards going on here. So I'm trying to make sure I open it all. No, there it is. Look at that. So much fun. I don't remember the name of this designer paper, and I don't think she's got it written down here, but it was so much fun. Real flowers photographed for this designer paper that Stampin' Up! Had a few years back with a great big wish for happiness and such an awesome card. And the detailed die cut on this belly band is awesome too. Slip that back in there. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Okay, so this reminds me, this card, see, is extra thick and it's going to be extra heavy. So when you're sending stamps for your card, make sure that you send a regular postage stamp. But if you do have a card that is extra heavy or extra thick, or you think will require extra postage, and you don't mind, please include an extra stamp so that I can send that on without having to pay the extra postage myself. When I do the cards for the Great Big Card Swap, I do weigh them all, and I have extra postage, additional postage stamps. I get them by the roll. So that I can include an extra stamp on there for cards that weigh more than 1 ounce. I also will put it on there if your card is non-machinable. So that the additional postage, I think is 20 cents for those additional postage stamps. So if you know that your card is going to fit that criteria, please just make sure you pop an additional stamp inside your envelope, or 2 stamps or something to cover that. That would be super awesome. Which reminds me, and I don't know if we wrote it down, Shar was helping me with cards and we got money from somebody. Somebody's tucked a few dollars in their card and I can't remember who that was now. Maybe it's written on the note and it's still coming up, but thank you so much for thinking of that. I do provide all the envelopes because it's easier for me sorting the cards to be using the same envelopes. And I am providing additional postage stamps when necessary. So those few dollars help to cover all those extra little charges like that. So helps to make it possible for me to continue doing the Great Big Card Swap. So thank you so much. Okay, next card is by Katie Marshall. This one makes me want to go to Hawaii too, using the Tropical Oasis stamp set. Rest and relax. You deserve it. Yes, I got it right. Tropical Oasis, and then the Lily Impressions. Designer paper? No. The stamp set is Timeless Tropical. The background paper is the Tropical Oasis. Yes. Oh, Lily Impressions was what she used on the flower. So she stamped on the flower. That's cool. Awesome card. Thank you so much for that. Here's one by Casey Wick. And we have this celebration paper. Oh my gosh, I loved this paper. This was from the spring. Sharing in your sorrow, thinking of you and wishing I could be there to hold your hand. Oh, I love that sentiment. And the colors on the inside too. I'll always be here for you. Rich Razzleberry, she said, stamping off on the ink to get the lighter color. That's really pretty. Thank you so much, Casey, for sharing that card. Here's a Thinking of You from Teresa Strickland. This one uses the, oh my goodness. I'm drawing another blank. What's the name of this paper, guys? It was so popular. I used it for the Double Wonder projects. What's the name of that flower? We have one outside. It's, I need to go to bed early tonight. What is that flower called? Magnolia. Yes, thank you. The magnolia paper. Oh my gosh. May your days be filled with memories and flowers and friendship and happy hours. I love that. Thank you guys for helping me think of that. Magnolia Lane, yes, is the name of the paper. Thank you, Michelle. All right, next card is from Elena Alesna. And this is that beautifully penned designer paper. I love it with the little dragonfly punch and the little dragonflies inside. That's so fun. I love this little border here. Such an awesome card. One of my favorite punches. This is the Label Me Lovely punch. Here also is that designer paper. Susan Ferguson made this card. I cannot remember the name of this paper. You guys help me out. This was the same paper. The same paper that Casey used, and it was just in the celebration. It's not Flowers and Field, it's the other one. I don't remember. Seaside Spray, Rococo Rose, Night of Navy. Beautiful paper. And we've been seeing this fold a lot. This is such an easy fold with designer paper. Great way to show it off, both sides of it. Someone will think of it, and then you guys will leave me a comment. Pretty in Blooms. That sounds right. In Bloom. I think that was it. Michelle, thank you. This one was called Snail Mail. This fun card by Pat Nemo. I think, Pat, you might have told me how to pronounce your name and I've forgotten already. I apologize. This is Snail Mail, and this is a quarter fold card that kind of stands up so you get sort of this like 3D effect. Isn't that cool? I love all these hand-cut critters from the designer paper. The Snail Mail paper is retired from the spring catalog, but so much fun. I just love it. Such a happy little scene. Like, that's just going to be so fun to have on display. Paper Blooms. Myrtle, I think you got it. Thank you. Paper Blooms. I think In Bloom was the name of the stamp set that coordinated with it. Okay, this is our last little pile of cards. The Great Big Card Swap Showcase for August is almost over. Oh my gosh, there are so many inspiring cards, and I know you guys are going to love whatever card you get back in return. Here's one by Diane Andrade. Andrade. And look at this. It's got like a pocket and it pulls up to you, sending you a paper hug. Oh my gosh. I love that. So great paper pocket created with the designer paper. And then you can put your card inside. Little circle here, half circle to create a place to grab. It's a great thought. And then this piece was then adhered right back on. So it looks like it continues the pattern. Such a great card, Diane. Thank you for sharing. Look at this one. I love this Clean and Simple card by Mary Cavalier. And she's got 3 squares with the designer paper. And then I love this like balloon that's sort of like incorporated throughout them and sort of brings the card together. Such a good one. Let's celebrate you. Happy birthday. Such an awesome card, Mary. Thank you for sharing. All right, check out this. Do you see this gold glimmer shimmer paper? It's hard to see maybe in the light, but it is really pretty, this vellum in the background. Wild Rose is the stamp set, and then we've got some of the ombre designer paper here, Granny Apple Green. This one is also by Diane Andrade. So thank you so much for sending 2 cards. So you may send more than 1 card if you like. If you're sending more than 1 card for the Great Big Card Swap, make sure your cards are different, and you should include a postage stamp for each card so that I can send you a return card for each one that you send me. This card is by Rachel Chaginski. And I don't remember the name of this paper. It's a few years old, but I love the colors. Calypso Coral, Pool Party, and Old Olive. Such a great combination. This is a retired flower punch as well, but I love the embossed cardstock. Like, it adds such a great texture to the card. Thank you so much, Rachel, for this beautiful card. Here is another one by Kimberly Barbish, and this is kind of a fun, what you call like a book fold card. So it kind of looks like an open book, and it's an easel card. So you sit it up, and it catches on this this platform that has Stampin' Dimensionals, and it's sort of folded like that to look like an open book. A little hello from me to you. That is so much fun. Ornate Garden is the designer paper here, retired with the Granny Apple green pattern print on the front. Oh, this is such a fun card. This one is also by Kimberly, and she sent me the same card to keep for myself, and I'm so excited because wait until you see the inside. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready? Oh, the balloon was at a circle punch. Let me see. No, I think that was the balloon punch. It has the little tiny like balloon, the little end of the balloon. I think. Yeah, it's on its side, so it kind of looks like a circle, but definitely the balloon punch. All right, are you ready for Kimberly's card? Hold on to your hats, guys. You open it up and watch this pop up. What? It's a shopping bag inside. How fun is that? You could put a little gift card in there to their favorite store so that they can shop till they drop. It folds flat. So clever, and then kind of pops up when you open it up. Kimberly, this is amazing, and I'm so excited to have one for myself. Thank you so much for sending this awesome fun fold card. Let's see what she says. Hello from Virginia. I usually don't use lots of designer paper, so this month's theme got me to try something I haven't done in over a year and put my own spin on this gift back card holder. I hope you like it and can put it to good use. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Kimberly, for sharing with us. Oh, here's another one that I got to keep for myself. This one is by Jade Chu. I hope I'm reading that right as a D. And oh my gosh, these colors are so terrific. It looks like a little strawberry slush. Is that right? Soft sea foam. And then we've got a light pink that I almost don't recognize this petal set. Oh my gosh, this is so old. Like probably 12 or 15 years old, this stamp set, but you could use the petals to create a larger flower like this, and I just love it. It's so much fun. A couple little extra bonus pieces in here if you get this card. Oh, look at this. She has got the list of supplies here. So Pick a Petal is the name of that stamp set. Pocket Full of Posies. Oh, one of them is Pocket Full of Posies and one of them is Pick a Petal. Yes. And then, oh, the ink, that's why I didn't recognize it. Ballet Slipper, Aqua Sky, Grapefruit, and Parsley. These are from Concord and Ninth. Oh my gosh, so much fun. I love those colors. So fresh too, right? Such a fresh color combination. Pick a petal. Yeah, you know, Catherine. You guys are so good. I love how you just know all the retired stuff. My brain is too full. I can't even remember what I did today. This card is from Jeannie Hurst. And, I thought I remembered this paper, but now I don't. It was so bright and fun. Calypso Coral, and then this Pineapple Punch yellow color, really, really bright. It also had Night of Navy and then Real Red in this paper pack. And it had coordinating, memories, and more cards. It was just a couple years old. Catherine, maybe you remember this one too. Do you remember the name of that paper? It really was fun. Something about happy or sunshine, maybe. Anyway, great paper. Love it, love it. Here's more of that. What did we just say this one was called? We just talked about this paper. This is that bloom. I'm going back to look at the comments because it was Paper Blooms. Yeah. Myrtle had it, Paper Blooms. And so this is fun because you have like this trifold card and then the window in the front. Isn't that cool? And then the flowers here are die cut from the designer paper as well, the Paper Blooms designer paper. Awesome card from Linda Vanderspool. Thank you so much, Linda, for sending that in. I love this design, and really it could work with any designer paper. You could have that little window in the front. Happiness Blooms. Yes, I knew it was something about happy or sunshine because it does make me happy. Happiness Blooms. Thank you so much, Sharon, for reminding me. Kathy, oh, you are running late. This is literally like our last 3 cards. So you'll have to catch the replay if you're just tuning in. We had so many cards to share. Okay, this one is from Andrea Clements, and she's using the Lily Impressions designer paper. We saw another card with this paper. And then we had the Lily die cuts as well that went with that. That was a couple celebrations ago. She might have said it right in here. Yep, that was her address. Beautiful card, Andrea. Thank you so much for sending that in. And these last 2, last but not least, use this really fun tropical paper, which I definitely don't remember the name of. Maybe we've got a list here. Let's see. This is from Paulette Burkbigler. And, oh, she doesn't have the supply list, but she does share this awesome poem. I found a little poem that says it perfectly. I didn't sign this card before I sent it off to you. Instead, I tucked a paper hug inside as a gift from me to you. So if you find you need to brighten someone's day, then sign this card and send it on its way. I love that. And I hope that you guys will sign and send a card, or maybe include a little poem and note inside. Look at how she decorated the inside of this card. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Happy birthday. This is going to be perfect for a late summer birthday. One last hurrah before the summer's gone. Here's to a good day. I loved those little birds. That's such a cute card, Paulette. Thank you so much for sharing it. Here is another one from Lana Alesna, and she used the same designer paper: Granny Apple Green, Blushing Bride, Soft Seafoam, and Shaded Spruce. These colors are just so awesome. Oh, best wishes. That could be for so many different occasions. Do you know anyone getting married in Hawaii? The poem, yes, I've seen several different versions of the poem that are pretty similar, and I will type up the poem and include it in the description of this video. So if you're looking for the poem, you can check it there and you can copy and paste. And if you want to print it out, then you can print a little slip and include it in your card so that you don't have to handwrite it each time. You guys, that was it. Those were all our cards for the Great Big Card Swap. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did, because you guys are all so talented and amazing, and it made me so happy to see all your cards and to be able to share them. Now, if you sent a card for this Great Big Card Swap in August, if one of your cards were shared tonight, then you will get one of the cards back in the mail. I can't promise as to when that will happen. I will try to get them out next week. It is a big undertaking because this is probably nearly 100 cards, and it does take a lot of work to get them flipped back in the mail. So be patient, but watch for them coming soon. And if you would like to participate and have your card shown in the next great big card swap, then you can send your cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois, 61826. The theme for September is fall or autumn, so any cards that you send right now should be for that theme. If you have a late arrival swap, don't worry. I will still show it in the next video and swap it out. I promise you will still get a card. Our first showcase for September is going to be Tuesday, September 14th, and the second showcase on Tuesday, September 28th. Make sure you send a full-size card. That just means a regular card, not like a little mini card. And make sure that you include a return postage stamp inside your card. You don't need to send envelopes. We'll provide envelopes. And then don't write inside. Make sure you just tuck in a loose note with a poem or not, or a sticky note, something inside to say hi if you want. It's not required. So if you don't want to say hi and you just want to send a card, that's great too. Thank you all so much for participating in the Great Big Card Swap. For those of you that sent in cards to share, and those of you who are just watching and sharing in the inspiration, leaving comments, it makes my day. And I love that you cheer on everybody else and share positive feedback about their cards. You guys are all so amazing. Thank you for being here, and thank you for doing what you do. I'm seeing a comment come through about the October theme. It will be thankful. Thankful, grateful, friendship. Any of those cards will fit the bill for October. So if you're working ahead and sharing your October cards, make sure you write down October card swap or October on the envelope so that I know to hold your card for that card swap. You guys are so amazing. Thanks for hanging in there with me tonight. I hope that you enjoy your weekend, and I will see you on Sunday for some Sunday stamping with Susan and Julie. Until then, bye.